And welcome
What's
back
going on? We're
to the book
back.
club. We're back, and we're so excited,
Part two of Elder Race.
which is exciting. This book is funny. It's sad, but it's very funny.
It's got like a dry humor to it, which I wasn't expecting. But yeah, no, I got some
A
chuckles
dry
this
British
section.
humor.
Um, do we have any confer? Is the author British? It doesn't
Um,
sound British. Actually, he sounds like Russian or
Russian. I
yeah.
do think he's British, but I
Okay.
can't confirm or deny that. And my computer is over there. So
Honestly, comments fact checked us. We don't know, but there's a dry humor to this that reminds you of like the British Office.
yeah, well, actually, I never watched the British Office. I only watched the Americanized edition, which I think is what most people know. I'm
Yeah,
sure
that's fair.
Ricky Gervais will roast me for it, but
Oh God. But yeah, no, part two. It's picking up, the pace. I mean, this is a short read.
yeah.
Like as you guys know, we do 70-page chunks. 70-page-ish is a week. So this, I think it's like 65, 65, 70.
Yeah, so
Um,
this was essentially, if you're listening to the audiobook, like chapter 7 to 12.
okay. Oh well. Okay. Well, I'm reading the physical. My book does not have chapters. It's
It ends
labeled like
on it ends on Lynesse.
yeah, yeah. Mine goes like near Lynn,
Yeah.
but it doesn't like it's not like chapter one near chapter like um which makes
Yeah,
sense.
I
I mean,
so
it's only a 200-page book ish, I guess. I
it's a
guess
novel.
that's
It's a novella.
yeah.
I also did not realize that when I put the book forward.
That was a big reason
I,
why I voted for it. I'm a fan of like finishing this in like 3 weeks and then
mhm.
like getting to another book. Our Thursday Murder Club podcast that we did, that was 5 episodes,
Yeah,
five
five.
chunks of 70 pages.
Mhm.
This is only gonna be three, so that just goes to show like
Yeah.
how small of a book this is.
Yeah, and I
Um,
wouldn't consider Thursday Murder Club a very big book at
no,
all.
not at all. Nope, not at all.
Um, so I mean, just kind of to go over a little bit of what happened. Nyr, last time we left him, got attacked. Lynesse revealed herself to be the fourth daughter of the queen. One of the funniest scenes is she's like, I can't believe you projected the rest of their lives for them and cursed the tavern. You
Oh,
said that you cursed them to never have kids, that they
oh
would
my
have
God,
all these
so good.
wards, and that you even cursed the tavern. I guess you really can't mess with the sorcerer. And what are you talking about?
Just a
Oh,
recap, yeah, because he got attacked on his bed at the inn, and he used radiation to burn his attackers, which is going to affect like their sperm count and stuff like that. He's just very casual. He's like, "Yep, you're gonna burn, and you probably won't be able to have like children,
yeah.
because that's what radiation does." And then Lynn's thinking this is some like wizardly curse.
And I think he said like their hair was gonna fall out or something. I actually don't
Yep.
remember that. Yeah. So he's like, you curse them forever, which she's not wrong.
No, she's like, "You cursed
Um,
their whole bloodline." He's like, "What?" It's like, "No, that was
it's like
science."
no, that is. I'll get through like quick like of what happened, and then we'll go
Yeah.
through it, or you can go through it too if you want.
No, yeah, they're at the tavern. He cursed the place. That's what Lynn thought. They go to that. They travel the woods. They travel through the woods,
Yes,
and that's what Nyr kind of has. Because he's
his
running
mental
the
breakdown.
DCS. Is it DSC or DCS? I forget kind of
It's DCS.
DCS. So basically, he's keeping his emotions in check. He has built-in Xanax. It's not built-in Xanax, but he has like a
Kind
augment
of.
that lets him monitor his emotions and keep them suppressed. And he starts realizing he can feel like his emotions leaking through. He knows he needs to go and feel them out. The DCS only works for so long, and you can't keep it on 24/7. Like he has to go and feel his feelings. So that's what he tells Lynn and Esha. Is it Esha or Isha?
It's Esha.
Esha. Um, he's like, I gotta stay in this like clearing here. Don't worry about me. He's basically just like, I gotta go feel my feelings. And what they're hearing is that he's gonna fight that monster that's always at his back. Like they think he's
Yeah.
about to have a wizardly duel. And they're like, we need to get out of here. Like it's gonna be dangerous. So they scurry off. And Nier just kind of like lays down in the clearing and has himself a good cry. Like he's feeling
Just
things. He's
Christ.
just lets himself feel it. That was a great chapter. That was really cool. Like getting really introspective with Nier and how like lonely
Mhm.
he feels. And I mean, the man's been alone for what 300 years. He's really not supposed to
Longer
interact with
than
the.
that. He's been
Jeez.
asleep for 300 years.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
One of my favorite things about this scene is that feelings demand to be felt no matter what,
Yeah.
no matter how advanced the technology, no matter what, you have to feel your feelings. And I really like how Nyr is dealing with the fact that he's still in love with Lynn's great grandmother, who looks
Yeah.
exactly like Lynn, Asteres, who is
Yeah.
this
Asteres.
yeah, who's this warrior queen who he rode into battle with, who he clearly fell in love with, right? And he even says that he fell in love with her. And he's dealing with the fact that he's seeing the woman that he thinks he loves, who is the spitting image of it, but she's dead. And he's
Yeah.
kind of dealing with those emotions, and he's dealing with emotions of him being alone. And one of my favorite things is he's like, why does any of the things that I do matter? He says continually, I am going to go back to my room. I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to file my report for nobody. And I'm just going to continue just living this long life and doing nothing and being alone. And I have all these rules for nothing. I don't know why I'm doing it, but I just am. I thought
Yeah,
that
he's
was
like
like
he's
a pretty good scene.
functionally immortal in terms of like aging because he could sleep away for like a century or two. Like
Hmm.
any human connections he makes they're all going to fade to dust. Like given his lifespan and mission.
Yeah, one of my also part that I thought was hilarious is when Lynn was talking about why they were trying to get his horns because they could grant you magic powers. And she said, I guess the bartender thought that too, and that's why he tried to steal the horns so he could also get magic powers. That cracked me up.
It makes sense for like a primitive race. I know, like I'm sure if you look at our own history that I mean, we still have like the rabbit's foot as a thing here, like lucky
Monkey's
rabbit's
paw.
foot. So
Mhm.
yeah, when people see the horns, they think sawing off the horns of a wizard gets you magic powers. I completely
The
buy
other
into that.
the other thing that I cracked up at is the what they used for funeral rites was just a clothing company's design.
Yes,
Just
yeah,
hundreds of years later, they're like, he was like, why does this clothing, why does this funeral rite design essentially look like, like Gucci or Dolce and Gabbana? Like that cracked me up. Or think like having the Sodexo logo or the Delta logo as just like because they were the contractor on
yeah.
the colonization ship or whatever. That just and it became their funeral rites. Is just that logo. That cracked me up.
God. Yeah, I mean, this book has a lot of like small humor like that, where you'll like the readers will notice it. We'll be like, oh, like of course.
There's a lot of small humor and there's a lot of big messages. And then I think it's during this part where he was talking to them afterwards, where he was trying to explain to him, like, I'm not a wizard, I'm a wizard.
Yeah, because the language translator app that he
Hmm.
uses doesn't have a word for scientist or I forget his job title,
Anthropologist.
anthropologist. He's like, I'm not a wizard, I'm a sorcerer. No, I'm not a sorcerer. I'm
I'm a
a
magus.
I'm a magus. I'm not a magus, I'm a shaman. He's just you can't get to the right word.
Also, did I read this correctly that Isha can breathe underwater?
Yeah, I had no idea she was that much like a fish.
Yeah,
When I first read
I
the first section, I was like, oh, she's a little pale, like she's grew up by the water. It sounds like you want to picture her now as the character from Hellboy that's like in the tank. Like Abraham. That's in my head
yeah.
is what Esha is right now.
When I first pictured her, I kind of pictured her of like a little Irish like river folk, like a hobbit almost. And now like a taller hobbit,
I was
obviously.
pitching a river Aiel.
Yeah, exactly, right? From the Wheel of Time. Yeah,
Yep.
that's exactly what I was picturing. But now, yeah, like Abraham would be hilarious.
Yeah, maybe that's like they're like I was like, oh, like what do you mean like the secret waterway? She could breathe underwater. I was like, what? It's like, all right,
I
I'm
I
buying this.
also like how she has no shame when she's explaining stuff to Nier. She's like, "Oh, he just wants to learn," and she's, "Hey, actually, when you're calling me by my title to my face, that's disrespectful."
Yeah, and I also loved how she put a blanket on him when he was in the
Yeah.
clearing.
Well,
Which Lynn was like, now he knows we were watching, we broke our
mhm.
word, but Esha just saw a man crying and was like, we can't, like, it's a hospitality thing. We can't let him be cold out there.
And that's a huge thing in her culture, or they say is in her culture that they can't let their traveling companions go without.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really cool scene.
Really, really liked that. Yeah, and then I think after that scene, that's when they go to the second village. I forget the character's name. It's someone the third. It's like one of the
It's
forest kingdoms.
yeah, it starts with a J. It's like Jesna Real or
Oh,
something like that.
yeah, it's someone's forest
Um,
kingdom. Their third daughter is like running the town
yeah,
because her mom went off with an army to go fight the demon.
and she's a
Um,
kid.
she's a kid, but she's pretty cool. Like
Hmm.
I got vibes of oh my God, the girl that plays
Mormont.
Mormont. Yeah, Lady Mormont.
Yeah.
Exactly what I got. And then Lynn like starts talking to the town folks. She's giving a speech. She's getting overly passionate and like making all these promises. And then
We're
Nyr has
gonna
like a
we're gonna fight the demon back. We got this guy. This guy
yeah,
over here. He's gonna save all of you. And Nier's just like, whoa,
he's
that is
crashing
not.
out.
He's absolutely crashing out. Why would you say that? I can't do this. What are you talking about? I'm not even supposed to be involved. I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm not even supposed to be here.
Oh yeah,
I'm not even supposed to be here.
he was having a bad time, and that led to my two favorite parts about this section. One, the origin story. Where he's like, "Let me break this
Yeah.
down for you," and that was a cool chapter. The way it is, actually, I don't know how they do it in Audible format. You'll have to let me know, but the way they do it in the book, I wish I had it next to me. It's 2 half pages, so it's like Nyr's has a column, so it's like
Mhm.
very skinny, and it's like what he's saying, and then next to it is the translator, what the translator's saying. So Nyr's
So
like, oh god,
yeah. So I also read it and saw it that way, but what they do in the audiobook, 'cause I was listening while I was driving, they go through what Nier said and then what it was translated to.
how did you read it? Did you read one whole thing first and then go back, or did you read them
Hmm.
side by side?
No, I read it side to side.
Okay, I did too. I read side. I'd read like a few sentences and then go like a few sentences. Like I'd
Yeah.
like okay, that's
The way it
two.
was in Kindle is they were blocked off. I don't know if it had it like that for you.
What do you mean blocked off? Like you'd have like a
So
single
like
paragraph and then a translated paragraph, single
so
paragraph.
they had the two columns, right? And then there
Yeah.
would be like blocks within the columns.
I don't think the physical it like looked like a normal paragraph breaks, but you could see like what paragraph was.
I can send you a picture of it. It was cool. It was blocked off because like, hey, this section is this section. This section is this section. This section is.
Kindle's probably a little bit different than the physical. Physical is easy to tell like what section was what
Mhm.
section, but yeah, it was really cool. I think they call that typography, like when a chapter
Uh,
is the way it's written, not maybe not the way it's written, but the way that it's presented is different.
mhm.
I think it's called typography, and like I think that's what that is utilizing.
That's really
Um,
cool. I'd never heard that before.
you would see that maybe some H.P. Lovecraft has that one. It's like what like if you read like a page about like madness and the words are spilling over like curving and spilling
Oh,
over each other. Like
that's
to
really
like
cool, actually.
show madness. Yeah, it's typography. I think that's what it's called.
I think
But
I haven't read it yet, but I think they have a little bit of that in the last Sun Eater because my Twitter feed's full of it.
but yeah, that section was one of my favorites because after it, it was a cool back and forth reading. It was I've never seen anything like that in a book I've read.
Same.
So that was cool. But then at the end, he's like, and I just told you this big origin story. And then Lynn's like, yeah, that's what they tell us. Like,
Yeah, that's how we tell. That's how we say it.
yeah,
That
that's
cracked me
how.
up. He's because to him he's like unloading this huge burden of like, no, you don't understand. You've been lied to your whole life. Like this is how you were made. This is how you got here. And she's like, yeah, that's everybody knows that. That is
He's like,
like
yeah.
how we
She's
say
like,
we got here.
duh. Like all kids know this. And I was like, oh my god,
Like
like that
everybody knows
killed me.
this. To me, it sounded like what would have been like someone explaining Christianity to me is like, no, you don't understand Christianity. And it's like, yeah, like everybody gets that. Like
Yeah,
everyone I went to elementary school went to CCD, bro. Like, come on.
yeah, no, yeah, exactly. It was just the funniest thing. I laughed at that part.
Yeah. I
Um,
cracked up when there's a lot of like laugh out loud moments. I'm telling you, when he said, "I'm not a wizard, I'm a wizard," from when it was Lynn's perspective doing that and like him trying to go down and explain what he is, I was laughing out loud. This is hilarious. This is so good. This
oh,
is
so good.
just this is just great writing. This is great humor. I am a huge fan of this.
Yeah, 2/3 of the way through, I could buy into like the hype of like who this Adrian Tykos
Addy.
Addy T. I could buy into the hype. I know he's getting a ton of love online. That's why we like gravitated
Mhm.
towards this book, and I could buy into it. Um, we'll save I'll save my final feelings at the last section once we're done with the story. But I like just from like a pure writing perspective, like I could see like this is a man who knows his craft. It's super enjoyable. Like I'm laughing. I feel feelings for Nyr. Like I feel bad for him, and
Yeah,
it's just great.
it's really good so far. I really the way he brings you into the character and the I think the thing that he does really masterfully is setting up how it looks like science fiction, but how it also looks like fantasy.
Which is really really cool. It's a cool.
Mhm.
I can never say this word right. Juxtaposition. I think it's what it is.
I
Where
don't
it's
even know
like
the definition of the word, so that doesn't matter.
no, what? I think it's them using it right. Yeah, when it's
Yeah, no, you
um,
are probably.
so it's great. In the last scene of the section two, just to get into it, which actually hit home for me. I thought it was really like this was like it lived up to my hype. So the whole book we're running what this demon is, what's going on. Nier's not even sure. We get to meet some of the demons, not the demon, but we get to meet some of like the monsters.
The guy who escaped, who was a prisoner, or not a prisoner,
Yes,
but he was in exile essentially, came back
exile.
and was trying to warn every people like, yo, this
Hmm.
demon's coming. Like they're on the way, they're coming, and two villages didn't listen, and then this last one did, and they sent out the army, and they haven't been heard from since.
I forget his name. It starts with an A, I think. But yeah, he's
Alwar
cool. Okay, Alwar. Yeah,
or Anwar. It's one of those. It's
yeah.
close.
He takes Nyr, Lynn, and Isha to the village, and they show up. The one of the villages that were taken over by demons. They see that's on fire, or not on fire, but like the smoldering remains. They go to investigate, and they run into I think what's it? It's three of them, right? It's like the
Yeah, so
spider
well, they
thing.
find the vermid thing first, which is like the
Yes,
rat hybrid. It's funny, in every single world, there's always going to be rats. That cracked me up.
I like that. Yeah,
Like no
little
matter what you try,
stowaways.
yeah, no matter
Yeah,
what you
makes
try, there's
sense.
always going to be rats. Before we move on, one thing else that I really liked is that you can see that Lynn can tell when he's using the DCS, and he becomes monotone, and when he has no feeling
Yeah.
in it. I thought
Oh
that
yeah, she
was
makes the
cool.
comment that like it's probably his greatest power is being able to turn off
Hmm.
his emotions.
Yeah, and how
She
she's jealous
recognizes
that
it. Yeah.
that was another going back to him crying in the woods. She was saying like, wow, he gets to feel the lifetime of dread and guilt and everything just at night occasionally, and that's how he deals with it. But other than that, he gets to just turn everything off. And I mean, I think a lot of people would take that power.
I think so
Um,
too. I was happy
yeah,
that Lynn recognized it too. I thought that was a pretty.
hmm
It kind of like shows how smart she was. Like she's really aware of like
yeah,
what he's
and
going through.
I thought it was really cool too when she noticed that like he broke through his composure, like his monotone changed from his voice changed from monotone to very much feeling his feelings and being like, "What are
Yeah.
you doing? Why'd you say that? Like I can't do this." And he rebooted his DCS because he lost control completely, which
Yeah.
also I think is I wonder if that's going to happen again when he gets into conflict with this demon. That's for later kind of discussion, like going over what we think is going to happen next. But anyway, so getting back to it, we essentially find the flood from Halo.
Yeah. I mean, well, I actually did. What's that? Halo 4. I never played Halo 4. The Flood.
The flood's in every single Halo game.
Oh, that's what they are. Oh, okay.
It's it's the
I thought it was the
zombie.
Covenant. Oh, I thought it was the Covenant. I don't
So
know.
there's the covenant and there's the covenant and then there's the flood. The flood is what he finds
Oh,
out was is like absorbing people and like becoming a zombie. And the reason why
oh.
the ring was like the Halo ring was made to kill everything, so the flood couldn't continue repopulating.
I only ever played like the first or second one of them.
It's in the
That
first
was
one.
okay. I wasn't an Xbox kid, so I didn't play a lot of Halo. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was the Flood. But yeah, the rat thing was scary. Like the way they were all like,
Hmm.
combined to like kind of make a giant rat. Like
Hmm.
not like make a giant rat, but it was all. It's
They're
so
all
weird. 'Cause
fused
I'm like,
together, looking crazy, and they're bloated, and they look kind of dead, and they have this fungus on them.
yeah. Because
You really
when
have to look up the flood, dude, because this is the flood.
I thought the Flood was like a Halo 4 thing.
No, that's the
I
Guardians.
okay.
Or the Forerunners, excuse me. But I think they're also Guardians. It doesn't matter. Anyway, doesn't matter.
But no, I was like an intense visual. I was like, oh, like this thing is legit. Like I was wondering what this demon was gonna be. Like, could it be just someone like hacking old world tech? Could it be another scientist? I think that was our original theory on episode 1. We thought it was going to be another scientist or outworlder
Hmm.
manipulating events, and I no longer think that. Like this is something different.
So there is another thing that I think we talked over, which I think is kind of likely of who. Okay, so yeah, we get just to finish out what happened,
Oh
right?
yeah,
And then we'll get to my point because I have it written down. Nyr hears that there's communication going on. He starts talking to the demon fungus flood thing,
and this was at the
and
village.
then
This was past the racks. He got a hint at the signal at the rat, but at the village, smoldering with fire, there was 3 of them. There was a human, their version of a spider, and I think that was there one other. I think there's a third thing. I couldn't
for
remember
me,
what
I
it
thought it
was.
was a dog because it said like the skin was bloating past its collar, but I could have been way
Oh,
off.
maybe it was a dog. Yep. And that's when he's able to talk to her. So I think there's just more of them, and they're giving
Hmm.
off a stronger signal for him to connect to.
Yeah, so and like the it's coming from the fungus patches that are on these
Yes. Yeah.
beasts. And then they stab him, and the chapter ends.
Yeah, right through the chest.
Yeah. So I'm actually kind of curious how he lives through that, which I'm sure he will. Science fiction, magic away. So one of my things is, do you remember when they were talking about Lucif the Half Elder?
Elusive the half. Yes.
Yeah, so they talked about how he had a lot of the knowledge since he was a kid of the elders. So I'm wondering if they were the children of another elder, right?
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
and I'm wondering if like over the time they were able to, I don't know, like morph into something else or more, since they like the breeding between that is probably a little different, or if they
Yeah.
like genetically modified themselves. But I don't think it's a coincidence that they brought up like, hey, there's been people who have had the knowledge of the elders, and it almost never ends well.
No. Okay. Yeah. No, I can buy into that. It's just weird that it's like a fungus or crystalline substance. Like what? And it's like they're
Man,
making things into the shape that they already are.
yeah,
I, it's hard to even tell if it's truthfully. I don't even know if it's malicious because didn't he say it's not artificial intel? Like he says it's not intelligent.
it's not artificial. Yeah, it's bio. So. Yeah, I mean that's it's super interesting, right? Like I don't really know what it is. I feel like I usually can kind of figure stuff out, but I'm I'm lost.
They're lost.
It's I mean this is good. Like I don't think I've ever read really a book like this before. I'm
Me
glad that
neither.
we picked this up.
Same.
I'm having a great time with it. So what are your so let's since this is the last part, what are your predictions for the end of this book?
I think Nier lives. I think he's going to choose not to go back to his tower. I think he's going to stay in the awakened world with Lynn as like an advisor or just like a watcher or something. God, I don't even know if I can fathom, or I don't even know if I can give you a guess to like what the demon thing is. A terramorpher gone wrong, like something that's supposed to terramorph the
Sure.
planet or the life, like that. That's what I got.
So, since you said exactly what I was going to say, I'm going to go with
Oh,
what my crazy guess will be. I think they're all going to get consumed by the flood and live in the hive together, and they will live happily ever after as a hive mind.
that's a high. I love it. I'm happy my guess was on point with your guess.
Yeah, it's just the Zerg. Oh, you know what? Another point you could call it is the Zerg from StarCraft. Swarm.
Yeah, no, I know the Zerg. Very familiar with the Zerg. Long live the Queen. Um, I just don't know if they like take stuff and make it into like this doesn't
But they
feel to
do.
me
Like they
like
did that, but they 100% did with like the rats, the humans, like the spider thing. Like they combined more of them into each other, and they have like odd limbs going crazy and stuff. Like it's 100% it's what it
I
is.
just don't know if it's malicious. I don't know if it just like saw a bunch of rats but like couldn't like tell that like they were individuals. It was like, oh no, like you're supposed to be in this shape and squish them together into that shape.
Well, I don't know if like it's technically. I mean, just because it's not meaning to hurt people doesn't mean
That's true. Yeah.
because like they're for them, right? Like for them, I think what it could be is they're making noise on the planet, and it's just like, hey, shut up, like stop talking, and so it just consumes them.
It could be it too.
Like
Yeah.
that is the case with some things. Like they don't. Like, this is the Ender's Game, right? Where they didn't know where the bugs didn't know that the humans were alive, and they just
That was one
attacked
of the
because they were like, "Oh, mine."
that was one of the Sanderson non-Cosmere series. Starlight.
It's also Ender's Game.
Was it? I only read the first one. I don't remember the bugs not realizing that the humans were alive.
Yeah, that's why they were retreating.
Oh.
When they pushed forward, they were like, "Oh, wait, like you're all sentient." Kind of thing. But it also is Sanderson, yeah. And it's also Orphanage series by Robert Nyr, the Jason Wander series.
Seems to be a popular theme. Big things don't know little
Yeah,
things are sentient.
yeah. The Orphanage is a pretty good book. Well, it was good when I was 13, so it might not be good now. But it was good when I read it when I was 13. I read the whole series. I think I've read it like twice when I was in high school.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
But hey, that is all my thoughts on Elder Race Part 2.
yeah. I'm enjoying it. I'm liking
Me
it
too.
so far. All right. Well, bye everybody. See you next.